between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Jackson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will find his man, Samuel. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Curtis Samuel, 56 yards. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First carry for Bryce Love. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 50. Check 50.
They turn to Love on the handoff. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, it's Love, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now Winston. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. It's caught left side by Coles. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Flushed out right. And he wisely would throw that one away. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
To throw again on second down, Winston eluding the pressure right. But he's got his target, Harris. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. On On the ground, it's Akers. Fights him off. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. These two teams all tied after 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Danielle Hunter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An option handoff given to Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Love. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Room here to run. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 16-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They try right side here. Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Todd Gurley, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Winston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for KC.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And then he's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Danielle Hunter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. On 1st down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And take it right on the 30. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Winston now to throw on 1st down. eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
First down, Winston. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jackson now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He finds his target, Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Winston. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the red zone now, Winston. And Winston lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He'll dump this off to Akers. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. They'll start the drive with Love here. And some room to work. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Bryce Love, 99 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Dancing to his left. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And again, it's Mahomes. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 2nd down at 4. Staying on the ground, it's Love. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Well, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Steps away. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DJ Chark, 74 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Campbell returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Running to start the drive is Love. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Winston here to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On third down, here's Love. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Mahomes to throw it. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29.